Hello, and thank you for joining us once again, folks. I'm world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. I'm a real Resident Evil fan. You know how it goes. I've been there since day one. You, on the other hand, however, came from Fortnite to this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. And believe me, I don't like making these videos anymore. I really don't. But I care about this franchise, and I'm a real Resident Evil fan. I've been there since day one. And we have to continue in these very trying times. We have to continue to push really hard and really strong to send a message to the lazy millennial devs over at Clueless Capcom to say, hey, maybe consider taking a second look at this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. I mean, based off of what we've seen thus far, it's not all that impressive, to say the least, and I'm trying to be nice here today in this video. But folks, this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 is yet again going to be another disposable, half-assed, soulless title, just like this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 was. Now, if you disagree, you're more than likely folks, you're more than likely a fake Resident Evil fan. I'm not saying you have to agree with world-class veteran video game critic, but at the end of the day, just know that no one is going to be talking about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 in 20 years from now, or this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2. And again, that's because they were disposable, half-assed, and soulless. And this all-new edition of Resident Evil 2 was not Capcom's home run. And you look at this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3, and it's not even really being primarily, anyway, being developed by Capcom. It was outsourced, and they had to tack on a multiplayer component to this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3 because they knew that there wasn't enough meat on that bone. Jill looks a little messed up, to say the least. Try to be nice here. Carlos doesn't look like Carlos. I mean, I don't know anything to say here positively about this all-new upcoming edition of Resident Evil 3. To be frank, it's an action shooter under the guise of this survival horror experience. But, you know, you fake Resident Evil fans that have now infested this franchise, you don't care. You never have and you never will. Because you were too busy going...